motion dancers. We just talked about active and passive leads, but I also wanted to show you what to do with those. So some things you might do with that might be a boogie walk, so we'll break that down. And I'm also gonna show you a moonwalk just for fun. Okay, so here's our boogie walk. The first step I would say is just to dance on a tightrope or just to walk on a tightrope. So I'm walking in line, okay? Every step I take is on that single track. Now I'm gonna let my back leg buckle. So as I step on my right foot, my left leg buckles underneath me. And the front of my left kneecap goes into the back of my right kneecap. So I'm going to buckle in. And then as I take my next step, I buckle the back leg. And you'll notice I have to let the heel come off the ground in the back for that to happen. So I'm going step, buckle, step, buckle, step, buckle underneath, okay? And I like to kind of talk about for my men, and I do mean men, make that a little bit more of just the knee action. So as I step, my knee buckles behind, so I have one kneecap right now, and then just the knee, just the knee. Now for my followers, you can let, or actually my girls, more feminine, right? I want to let a little bit more of the hips go, which actually kind of pulls both my legs, okay? So I'm letting my right hip go to the right as my right foot is in front, and then as my left leg goes in front, my hips shift to the left. So I get more of a hip walk with it as well. So keep that in mind. So again, straight line, back legs buckling. Now I want to add the last step, which takes a little more balance, but I want you to do this in a forced arch position. So a forced arch means that I'm on the ball of the foot, okay? And I force my foot as high as it will go. So it's not just a little bit, heel off the ground, I'm forcing that arch up, okay? So I like to go down, bend the knees, lift the arches, okay? Now I'm dancing on that tightrope where I'm buckling my knees underneath. Okay, that's what gives a little bit more fluidity. When we're flat here, it's a little trickier. It looks a little funky, right? So if I get on the balls of my feet, I've got a little more room to move those legs. So buckling the back leg underneath. I'll do it at you. There's my boogie walks, okay? Awesome. All right, now for our moonwalk. Similar concept, we're really going to use this forced arch again. The mistake we often see is you're putting your weight on the incorrect leg. Your weight needs to go on the bent leg, right? So if I stand here and I bend one leg and then the other, that's part of it. But I also need to put weight, all my body weight, onto the leg that's bent, right? So if I bend my left leg, my right foot's actually free to move around. It's going to slide, okay? So do a couple of those. We bend one leg, then the other. Bend the leg, then the other. So one is straight, one is bent, okay? Now with your leg that's bent and in a forced arch, put your weight on that foot. Okay, so my weight's on my left. I'm gonna use that now. I can slide the right foot back. Now I switch the bend and switch the straight. Now I put my weight into my bent leg, the right foot, so I can slide the left foot. See how there's no weight on it, so I can actually even pick it up. But I just want to slide it close to the earth. Then we switch again. Switch, weight on the bent leg, slide, switch, switch the weight, slide. So it's going to take a little bit of work, but if you break it down that slowly, it gets a little bit easier, and then the more you do it, the easier it gets. So eventually you get to the point where I've got bent on the weight on the bent leg, slide, switch, slide, switch, slide, switch, slide, switch, slide, switch, and then eventually a lot more smooth. So have fun playing with that. See if you can find somewhere to throw that into your West Coast swing as well. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for tuning in.